Area 14, dead ahead! And very glitchy place, but... Oh wait, this is the wrong area. Well, we know where Area 15 is now. Alright, we know where Area 15 is now. Let's try Area 14 first. Welcome to the jungle. Or the Luminium sphere. Immediately glitchy camera area. And I can't remember exactly how this star goes, but yeah, welcome to one of the largest of the levels in this game. It's one of the last two as well. Not to mention one of the dang most complicated and definitely among one of the hardest of the game. And you can already tell why, because I'm just trying to get to the star, let alone getting the star. Not to mention camera angles in this place, horrid. Very horrid. I mean, I don't know exactly why there's such problems, but whatever the reason, it's very problematic. Now this is one place we're probably going to be going to often because a lot of the stars you get to are from this area. So I just need to figure out where they are. I thought I remembered the first star, and oh boy do I remember it. Well, got rid of that black Q2 unintentionally, but, you know, that always works. Yeah, time to start mastering that wall jump, because this is when you need it. This is whenever the game starts becoming almost Kaizo Mario-ish hard. And I must say, I do like the difficulty added, but still, my goodness, at least give us a break. And I don't know why, but I always go up here whenever the entrance is just up there. And I almost fell off yet again. I'm very good at video games. I don't know what you're talking about. And... okay. I remember that guy. Kinda hard to forget somebody that ruins a game like this just by being there. Existing. Now then, this is one of the weirdest stars, to say the least. Oh my goodness, I thought I was going to do it second try. Because you have to break one of those boxes to get through, and there's a lot of weird, glitchy stuff that can happen while jumping off those boxes. Very weird, glitchy stuff. Like, for example, I just couldn't jump there for no reason whatsoever other than the game didn't want me to. And trying to figure out which boxes to break. And not to mention, there's a really weird knockback to that I can't really explain. It's just kind of there. So... again, this is one of the weirdest stars, and it's going to take me a while before I can get it, so relax and wait for the good attempt. It sure ain't going to come easy for me. Alright, that wasn't too horrible. I remember my first time going through, I was like, this is the worst star in the world. And I said it in that exact same voice in my head. And, oh my goodness. I keep on saying and, of course, but just know that following this is going to be a lot more stars, and some of them are pretty just wonky. I mean, just my goodness, on some of the stars in Worlds 14 and 15. So, time for trying to figure out where the second star is. I'm being attacked. I just realized that as I went to start the video back up. But yes, as you just realized, you're back here. Okay, come on. Seems like you have to go at some kind of an angle to get this thing to cooperate with you with going up onto the next platform. I think this might be a good angle. Of course, as soon as I say that, what happens? I get thrown off. Oh my goodness. Going up at an angle presents its problems though, because then trying to make sure you don't fall off prematurely. And you get to hear that nice little ending about 50 times as I try and get up here. Oh my goodness, come on. Okay. Now this star is called Jumping Maestro, and it's no wonder they call it that, because yikes, do you do a lot of interesting jumping tricks to get to this star. I think you have to jump off of there from here, if I remember correctly. I'm not doing a good job of getting there in the first place, so who knows. I may never get this star again. Ever again. Not going steep enough, come on. And of course, when I do go steep enough, what happens? I jump off at some really oddball angle. Can't even jump onto here. I've lost all my jumping ability. Oh, here's where I'm supposed to start from. I wonder I was doing so horrible. And let's try this ultra base. I do realize that was some horrible Spanish I just said, but I'm kind of busy. I'm busy trying to provide quality entertainment while trying to show people how the heck you get through this game so that they can actually enjoy it. That wasn't too bad of a jumping horror he had to go through. Believe this or not, there's worse to come. You heard me. There's worse to come. But for now, let's just relax now that we got this star. This time you don't go this way, you actually go this way. Oh hey, there's more level. Who knew? Now, this is actually a pretty interesting effect, and it has a pretty interesting description. Cubes of Light provides energy for every video game sun in existence. Oh, come on, you have to admit, that's pretty witty there. Alright. This star, I have no clue how to get it, other than this really wonky way I found out on my own. I don't remember if the guide said anything different, but this star is just torturous to get, because you have to get really good at that kind of jumping. And the problem is the camera angle won't work for you where you can actually see where you're jumping, so you have to do this. What I normally do is save in the middle of well, I normally do, I've only done this once before. What I normally do, what I did before was, I got to in the middle of a wall jump, I paused, and then I could replay it from there so that I can continue the wall jump instead of having to start every time, because starting every time is the hardest part of this star. Getting to the star itself is also a problem, but once you get going, you shouldn't be in too much of a bind. And that's why I always have backup save states. Save safes. Let's try this. Yeah, it's a little bit more of a less steep. Jeez, look how high you go. Just, my goodness. That's so dang high for 1 star. And thankfully that's not the worst star. Oh mo. Oh mo. Oh mo. There's nor to come. I'm switching my S's and M and N's now. Oh hey, that was star 5. My bad. But, you know, video description will tell you and all. Star 4. Trying to remember how to get to star 4. Because I have a feeling on where it is. I'm not really sure how to get to it. Let me try going this way. I can always cut it out if it ends up going to be a dead end and then nothing happens for the rest of my life. Try getting on top of the cubus. Maybe looking from here may help. Well, I'm pretty sure that's the star up there. Question is how to get to it. Starting from there. Okay, I think I have an idea where to go to, so I'll go over to the meeting place. Surrounded by enemies. Alright, I think what I have to do now is go from here and go to that alternate route that I saw. Okay, then that was a tad bit off, but I can live with that. Maybe I can go up in an easier way. This may be one. Okay, that was very close. No, I have an idea of where I'm going now. Just go onto here, hop onto here, and I should be able to see a path from here. Yeah. That's a little bit more like it. This is probably going to be the last star I do before I call quits for the day, because, you know, final exams, gotta study for them, church, gotta go to that. Well, I don't have to. I usually would skip it if I have to, you know, homework or something, but I have no reason not to go. Alright, I think you go back here. Think. Back up safe state just in case I don't have to. Don't know what that was all about, but I can deal with it. I can deal with it just fine. Come on, game. I'm not asking for much. I'm just asking for a few more stars so I can show all these nice people on the internet at the time. Whoa. How to get through this game. Okay, that was freaky. Just like culture shock or something. Oh my, that was a lot of jumping. But, in the end, we get this star. Which is the last star before the horrible one. Because, yes, there is one horrible star in this game. And, amazingly enough, it's not the star you would think it would be. The red coin collection. That's not bad. This star, it's bad. As you may see, I've already gotten the third star that I myself said was very difficult to get. And, well, it is. I'm not going to deny that. But the problem with the failed recording was it was the desktop of Windows. Meaning every time I get rid of it, it cancels out the entire desktop, and I have to use Control-Alt-Delete to get the computer started up. And hard to believe I say I'm a good public speaker with my constant stuttering. Constant. Okay, but I'm not really making fun of people with speech impediments. I mean, that's not something that's their fault. And time to go back onto the star. The reason this star is hard is because you got some really, really, really funky jumps you have to do. First off, you have to get into this little alcove over here. And from this little alcove, you've got to do one of the weirdest wall jump physics jumps I've ever... And I keep on forgetting that this thing is... I keep on forgetting this thing has the whole pauses whenever you have it on F2. I really wish there was a way to stop that, but hold on. Although I do finally know why it is that it does that. It's not because Hypercamp 3 hates me, it's because the developers hate me. Because they have this thing where this is only a limited trial, and the only thing I've seen so far that that limited trial has done to impede my video making is it doesn't save my settings anymore. Which means if I wanted to get a more permanent settings, I'd probably have to replace my Hypercamp 3 with the same download. This jump is so weird. I mean, you have to be like right on the spot when it comes to the angle of which you jump down, otherwise you're just going to continually fall off and kill yourself. So yeah, have fun watching the successful version. Alright, getting down here that's the hardest part. That's the hardest part of this whole darn star, is trying to get down here. What you need to do from here is set up a wall jump so that you can get higher and up to these blocks. Of course you can't break the blocks, but you know, all that fun stuff. And yeah, after that, this mission is really simple. And that's actually a good way to set up for my triple jump here. There's probably some other way you can do, like the wall jumping method I keep on doing, but I prefer just to do this, because this is the only place where it works. Every other time, the box just breaks, just like that. Alright, going up, the like Q2's like, slow down Mario, jeez. How the heck am I wall jumping? What was that? Like you just like, hold on Mario, I gotta go really far out, so I'm just gonna go way down here, so that way we can get a perfect shot of you while you're trying to figure out where the heck do you, which buttons do which. I'll always save this time in case something stupid happens. Yes, I hate when stupid stuff happens. Wrong place. You know what? There. Just keep it in that position so that way I can stop worrying about him constantly changing the camera on me. And stop doing what Brawls does and make you just do these really wimpy wall jumps that don't get you anywhere. Oh, come on. That's how I did it too fast. I find that pretty funny. Because I'm like, come on, be faster, and then he goes way fast and I just... Oh my goodness. Norton, I know this thing uses up a lot of my computer. You don't need to warn me about that and then make my video be paused. And stop hugging the wall, Mario, jeez. Okay, there. Okay, here. I'm up. Happy? Oh my goodness. And that's gonna be about it for today, because I don't have time to do 100 and red coin collection, so you'll get to see that next time.